Okay, we're live and good to go.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Calling to order the meeting of the Millbrook Valley Trails Advisory Committee on Monday, November 25th, 2024. We just have made quorum today, so thank you for those that came. I'll start off by doing the land acknowledgement. So we respectfully acknowledge that the Township of Cavan is located on the Treaty 20 Mishi-Sageeg territory and the traditional territory of the Mishi-Sageeg and Shinabeg. We offer our gratitude to First Nations for their care for and teaching about these lands. May we honor these teachings. Approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any concerns or edits to the agenda? I have a motion to approve the agenda. Lance, seconded by Griffin, all in favor? Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mark, for including the minutes of our meeting held October 28th. Anybody have any questions, concerns, edits to those meetings from our October 28th meeting? No, motion to approve those meeting minutes. Maureen, seconded by Gary, all in favor? Wonderful. Okay. Moving on to section 6, financial report, Chris Allison.
Through you, Chair, contracted services allocated for the budget was $1,700. We're overspent by $29.92. Materials and supplies budgeted was $4,800. Actual is $3,235.50. With the difference of $1,564.50 remaining.
I think as per our October 28th meeting, we've essentially allocated those funds for year-end spending. At time, we haven't invoiced the township yet. Anybody have any questions or concerns over that?
No.
No? Okay, motion to receive the financial report from Mr. Allison.
Sure.
Gary, all in favor? Seconded by Lance, sorry. All in favor? Thank you very much. Do we have a report from no, so, okay,
No.
Ms. Carter is not available to join us this evening, so there's no report from Orca. Does anybody have any concerns or such that we'd like to bring to Orca in the meantime before our December, oh, sorry, before our January, this is our last meeting before January. Any questions or concerns for that? No? Okay, so we don't need a motion because there's no report.
No, we have it noted as she's not here.
Okay, moving on, trail report. So Griffin and John Follis were responsible for the trail report. So Griffin, do you want to start?
Sure, yeah, so John sent in his trail report, and I did read through it and can speak to it just in his absence here. So I think there's nothing really major from his side of things that he noted, other than along Baxter Creek Trail. Just once you get into the south of Zion line, there was, seasonally and kind of, continually throughout the year, we've seen a lot of mud there. So he noted that, noted that the water was quite high. I think he again mentioned the bridge that goes over to the old school is continuing in its disrepair and potentially needs to be looked at again. I think that was pretty much everything that was notable from his side of things. Again, if there's anyone else that's been on the kind of north portion of Zion line that walked the trails, if you guys have anything there that you wanted to add, but I looked after south of Zion for this instance.
Okay.
Anything else? Anyone else like
I
that?
do have a couple things. I just came off the trail before coming here. So the area of that gnarly tree root on Lower Baxter Creek Trail, just past the new bridge, that area is becoming really, really, really wet and really slimy. And there's a makeshift go through with a couple long boards and some patio stone and stuff. But it really, given how slippy and slick it really is not not safe now.
Ooh.
So I sent pictures to all of you just now, and the other concern about it is because it is that way in the center of the trail, it's real, people are going around and it's getting wetter and wetter and more Passchendaele like around it. So I think a solution to that will have to be found, because year on year, it is getting worse. There are two little kind of springlets that keep erupting in
Yeah.
that area, and it's just getting worse.
Well, do you want to talk about that just real quick before we move on? I mean, this is, as you said, become an ongoing issue, so I would propose that we build a short section of boardwalk there.
Mhm.
Obviously, not this year, I think we're too late, but perhaps that's something we could add to our work plan in May,
Mhm.
if not earlier, but we also need to discuss how and when we're able to build boardwalk. So does that,
Yeah,
is
so I
that
think.
coming up in section 7.1 or?
Yeah, so I think, if you're looking, like in the spring or something like that, we'll have a policy in place by then.
But, yeah,
Hopefully,
okay.
and, yeah, we can,
I think it's too,
address these issues and.
yeah, in another week or two, it's gonna be frozen anyway.
Mhm.
So, okay, all right, I think
Just
that's
bring it,
fine.
yeah,
Let's
just
put
early.
that, let's put that on. I maintain a sort of a list of
Mhm.
work plan stuff year on year, so
Mhm.
I'll add that, but continue on.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
for
then the other area of note, I thought, was along the new section of boardwalk that follows where the replacement for the floating bridge is. So on every corner of that kind of geometrically shaped boardwalk, there's leftover old boardwalk that is jutting out. And the crews have gotten rid of a lot of the jutting out old boardwalk on the straightaways, but on the corners, there's stuff left. And there was one particular piece that I sent a picture of, and I put the poodle right there so you could get a sense of the height. So that's a 3-foot drop, and then there's a piece of board jutting out that has 2 nails in it sticking up, so.
Do you see those? Chris?
So, yeah, this should all been removed today. Today was the final day they were out there, so
Mhm.
they have advised that they've all been removed. So I can follow up on,
But I was just there. Most everything.
like, they're still out there right now.
Oh, they are still
Yeah,
up there?
yeah,
Okay, so
so
most
they-
everything has been removed?
Yeah.
But that particular.
Okay, we can look
Yeah.
into that, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no, that's no problem, that
Yeah,
one, yeah.
it's looking
They
good.
might, that one might have got missed, so we can, yeah, we'll address that.
There was a lot
Yeah.
of territory to cover, I
Well,
guess, so they, and.
I mean, yeah, you were out there 3:30.
At 3:30,
So if they're still out there, they might have grabbed it.
yeah,
Yeah, so they, yeah, it could be gone, or if not, we'll follow up, and
Okay.
it will be gone, yeah.
thanks.
And that goes to the 4x4s there in your picture as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind people they were there so that if they could be put somewhere that isn't quite as wet, because it's only gonna get wetter through November and.
Yeah, I would say, are they,
Staff would have brought those out, yeah,
yeah,
they'd be coming out, yeah.
they would
Okay.
keep those, okay.
Yeah.
Do you do a once through afterward, or you just make the assumption that what you've delegated the crew of people to do is done? Or do they send you a photo saying, hey, here's a picture of like everything's done?
So they were going out today and to finish up, so they were out a couple days last week, and they were going out today to finish up. They said they should be done today with everything, so we will follow up.
Okay.
And sorry, Chris, is this your team or is this
Yeah.
a contractor?
No, this is us.
This is the
Yeah,
township.
yeah, we've been cleaning it up, yeah.
Mhm.
And then, yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to say, it's not strictly speaking on the trail, but it is in the old Loretta Pompilio Memorial Garden. Chris's crew has done a nice job of grooming the Manitoba maple, so there's a lot more light coming in. The gout weed underneath is under much better control, so there's a chance of us actually rehabilitating that area. The one thing I would like to do, just to finesse the grooming of the tree, just to finesse the manicure in the spring, is just to bring all the cut branches right flush with the trunk and put something shellac or something on it, just to, you know, how prolifically, invasive Manitoba maple is. It'll start branching off in all directions from those cuts. So we want to inhibit the growth somehow. Don't want to put tar, but some, blocking something.
When can we do that?
I think if we did it in the spring, it would be fine, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm. And I mean, that's not dangerous work per se,
Well,
so
we could do that.
we could do that,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm,
all right, thank you.
mhm.
So, good.
Yeah, so then, yeah, so I did the South of Zion line for walking the trails this month. Nothing really major to report along Meadow Trail. Everything was kind of normal there. I did walk through all the mountain bike stuff in there. That was my first time actually going on all their trails, so that was really fun. Just nobody was out there, so it was beautiful. Cedar Trail was great, a little wet, but nothing too crazy. It's just by the creek mostly that it was wet. The trip ponds, a lot of mud in there, so definitely just something to note. But I did attach a photo in the report that I sent through of a tree that's kind of blocking one of the paths. It looks like it had been there for a while, so I'm not sure if the township's aware of that one or not, but it's essentially, Chris, I can show you, but on the map there, right at the southernmost pond, there's that first trail to the right. There's a piece of there's a section of boardwalk there, and there's just a tree like right down in front of it, that just needs to get moved out of the way. But it's quite large, so I could do that one myself.
Yeah, no problem. So I passed this along today, actually. We're gonna get at it tomorrow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing else to note. I made it down Dial Detour and about 3/4 half of Peony Transit. I didn't quite make it all the way down to where it connects with the fire route. Inclement weather had me turn around, so it started to rain pretty hard. But other than that, it was pretty good out there. So nothing else really major to note.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. Anybody have any other questions or concerns about the trails?
No, so I was out beyond that area about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So we have a motion to receive the trail report from Mr. Brown and Mr. Follis. Lance, seconded by Maureen, all in favor. Thank you very much. Okay. Moving on to the work plan. Mark, can you bring it down so I see who's the number one?
You are.
Yeah, that's still ongoing. Number two. New subdivision has been approved. Mary, did you hear anything back from Yvette? She said that she was gonna get back to us.
No.
Chris, you don't have any information on that?
No, not right this time.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to know if they want or need any input from us or ready to receive any.
And then we're gonna get some info on the surface. I'm pretty sure it's not.
So, yeah, the surface, so the input was, that was all taken during the process, right? In the approvals.
Mhm,
Yeah, so there was community engagement then. Yeah.
mhm,
So you were interested in whether it was gonna be pavement or
mhm,
what it was gonna be, yeah.
mhm.
So,
And
we still
yeah.
need to follow up on that, yeah.
Okay, and Yvette didn't think it was pavement. She was gonna
We're
confirm
not
that
gonna
it
say,
was.
yeah, we'll follow up on that, though, yeah.
The same sort of one as in the Highlands. What do we call that? Like,
I don't know what
not
to
pea
call it.
gravel, but
Like a limestone.
Limestone
or,
yeah, limestone's great.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. We just wanted confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay, Kirk and David are not here, so we can't update number 3, and nor number 4. Fairground entrance, that's on hold, and number 5, so moving on to number 6, updated signage and brochures, that's ongoing, so I'm working with. We've got some quotes for the signs and working with the graphic designer to make some changes to the trail map and brochures, and as per section 6.1, the remaining $1,500 has really been already allocated for that. Moving on to number 7, please. Oops, sorry. Trail system down on Millbrook, I believe that's Dave D'Agostino, correct? Still ongoing on hold, he's not here. Design of pamphlet bag dispensers as per number 6, that's ongoing. Some of the boxes are ready, but I prefer to sort of put them out once they're all done. Number 9, management of invasive species, Maureen.
Yeah, I did, I'm always looking, as all the foliage has completely fallen down, I have found quite a little bit of, of dog strangling vine in seed, actually, on Lower Meadow in among, where the raspberry cane was, and on the itch, which I regret, I just didn't see it, when it was in pods, so this is what being short does to a person. So I think any of you guys, when you are up on your bicycles, if you see over and see a big, a largish area in pod, let me know, because I just can't see it when I'm walking through the dog, whenever all the foliage is there. So I didn't get to it in time to get it off before the pods opened, unfortunately, so we will need to spray that area again. That was it for me.
Okay,
Mhm.
then number 10, Chris. Do we anticipate having that by the new year, or like by January or February?
Probably end of the new year, yeah, we won't have it by the new year, no.
Okay, but if we anticipate wanting to build,
By the spring, you mean?
In
Yeah,
the
hopefully
spring.
we'll be able to bring a policy forward, probably in the new year, and then we can review with the committee and make any changes, and
okay,
yeah, hopefully have something by the spring so that maintenance can be done, yeah.
okay, and Orica is gonna be involved in that as well?
Yeah,
Just for,
there's always
in terms of what we're
discussions
allowed
and what we're gonna need permits for, what we won't need permits for, what classifies as maintenance and not maintenance, yeah.
okay,
Yeah, for sure.
thank you. And then, Mark, were you gonna update us on number 11?
Yeah, so I've done an initial scan of some similar policies in other municipalities. I've identified a bunch of the features, and I'm not at the point of drafting the policy, but I will be able to do a draft, I think, around the end of December as we approach Christmas and it's a little bit quieter. And I think I should have something ready for the committee to review on January 27th, which is our next meeting, so.
Right.
And the idea is it'll streamline things where we won't have something that you want to name part of the drill after somebody and then it waits 8 months, so cool. Yeah, the decision of a month or two.
Okay, but it's, I mean, just to clarify, we're not, at this point, we're not looking at naming a part of the trail.
Mhm.
We're still looking at just a specific sort of piece of infrastructure that would be included too.
Yes, that would be included. That's what I mean by part of a trail. It could be a section, it could be a bridge, it could be just putting a plaque on a portion of the trail. A bunch of things will be caught in the policy, and there's some other municipalities in the area that have done policies for that sort of thing, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any questions to the work plan? Comments? No, motion to receive the work plan as per status, Griffin. Seconded by Gary, all in favor? Wonderful. Okay. Next item is the 2025 meeting and trail report schedules. Thank you, Mark, for providing that.
Mhm.
We're sticking to the last Monday of every month.
Yeah.
And obviously not meeting in July, August, and December. Anybody have any questions? Okay,
When we're deciding the trail report schedule.
Next
It's literally next
Sorry.
one.
I think we could do it all in one motion, yeah?
Yes, we could do it all in one motion. Just for the committee to know, I just drew this up by continuing the rotation that we were doing from last year. So Maureen and Councillor Natchop were the last ones to not do a trail report. So you're first up on the queue. Hopefully nobody has issues with your parent partner.
She might. I certainly don't.
Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, a motion to receive the meeting and trail report schedule. Gary, seconded by Griffin, all in favor? Wonderful. Okay, now, as per our schedule, we will not be meeting in December. So our next meeting will be January 22nd. Does anybody have any items at this point that they would like to add that's not already on the schedule? Because I assume our draft policies will be on the schedule if they're ready. We'll have an update on, well, I guess we could have an update on signage.
Yeah.
Anything else anybody can think of at this point? Obviously, the winter months are obviously a little slower in terms of what we're able to do and complete, but I think it's a little we'll probably have snow by January 27th, but one never knows. But I think it's probably a little early to start adding stuff to the work plan. Because we won't really know. It's usually sort of March, April. We need to think about that when the snow goes away and we see what needs repairing or fixing or building. No, so just that one item for now. So motion to approve that item for our January 27th meeting. Lance, seconded
Sure.
by Maureen, all in favor? Any other business? Short one today. Okay, motion for adjournment. Lance, seconded by Maureen, all in favor? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Have a safe and happy holiday season, and we will see you back here in January. Thank you very much. Anything you need?